Yes, sir. My Tricka. Back up in this thing, man. Today, I hope y'all ready to take another peek behind the curtain, man. Today, I'm reacting to some creepy TikToks that'll leave you in shambles. But before we hop into that, man, go ahead and spam that like button right now so we can run the numbers up on the algorithm. And you ain't got to think about it later. And then if you haven't already, man, go ahead and hit that sub button, man. Sub up. Join the family. I promise you, this is the most lit and active community on YouTube, period, man. And to everybody who's already subbed up, I appreciate each and every one of you guys for helping me build this community from the ground up. But with that being said, guys, let's hop straight into this episode.
With so many assumptions.
That's like 2 out of the 7 biblical plagues. And we got the sky turning red in New York, bro. It's not looking good for us.
So Lady Gaga got this young girl throwing up on her chest while she's performing. Y'all still think it's a conspiracy theory that these people have demonic ways? Y'all still think it's a joke out here? Look at this buffoonery. It's getting real now. Different things from the past are popping up and got you thinking now. Oh wait, let me guess. You thought her wearing a nun outfit with an upside down cross, eating a rosary, or even doing these acts with men with that costume on was just artistic. Oh wait, let me guess. You thought that her hanging out with Marina Abramovic, somebody who's known for spirit cooking, having a tasting party with a person in a tub with something that symbolized for blood was just artistic. No, you know who the real conspiracy theorists are? You guys calling the conspiracy theorist.
This goes well beyond artistic expression at this point. Her fans can't find this entertaining.
This is one of the photos of planet Earth that I extracted from NASA or something. If you divide this photo, okay, you divide it, and then you make a copy, put it next to it, okay, and then you transform and reflect it vertically, and you'll have a photo like this. Like, what is that? What's going on here? Who's this person? Oh, he has a face and everything. See? That's just one. So I thought I'd take another photo, different photo. Okay, so I found this and do the same thing. Divide it. Transform, reflect, vertical, and then you get this image here. It's like, look at it. What's
the symmetry on both those pictures lines up a little too perfectly to just be a coincidence, and they both look reptilian.
I really don't want to keep talking about these things that are taking place in New York, the smoke and all of the theories and stuff around that, but I keep finding out new information that's just like continuously blowing my mind, so I'm sharing it with you now. First of all, on my last post about this stuff, I can't tell you how many Canadians have popped in the comment section and people surrounding New York saying, you guys, it's not like that here at all. In fact, take a look at this. The creators of those two are mentioned down in the description, but also one other huge thing. Did you guys see this? Now, from what I understand after doing some digging, this is the only city that there was a display like this. It's very specific. and they love their numbers. So let's do some math here. The ammonium nitrate, 60,000 pounds, goes missing at the end of May, right? And then just a few days ago, I believe Sunday, that sonic boom on the East Coast that shook 3 states. And then just a couple of days later, this. Couple that with the sign that I just showed you. You guys, I know some of you guys think I'm insane and crazy for putting all this stuff together, but if you're not questioning what all of this stuff is going on, I really would make the argument that maybe we're not the ones that are insane. I love you guys.
The skies in Canada being clear like that is very suspicious. You would think since it's ground zero, the skies would be pitch black. But tell me what you guys think about this one. This could be some ancient Eastern medical remedy, but it looked like it was attached to his brain, bro. It's a no for me.
This man decided to eat radioactive uranium.
That material that I just ate is not soluble in body fluid.
Uranium is insoluble in water and resistant to stomach acid, so that ingested uranium would eventually become radioactive poop. Galen Windsor was a renowned nuclear physicist who designed and operated many nuclear power plants in the US. His audacious acts extended to swimming in reactor cooling pools and even drinking its water for fun. Windsor believed that the fear of radiation has been exaggerated by federal energy cartels so they can retain control of the world's most valuable power resource and manipulate electricity prices. He wrote a book and went on extensive lecture tours to raise public awareness. He died in 2008 at the age of 82 from a disease you wouldn't guess.
I'm telling you what the problem is. Doing something about it, responsibility is yours.
He was living life on the edge. I'm actually impressed he lived to be 82. I couldn't even see the bottom of that pit, which means it probably goes down a lot further. He's fortunate he caught himself where he did.
I'm guessing you've all seen the videos about how our timelines are messed up. Like how it doesn't make sense in my brain that Oxford University is older than the Aztec Empire. But there's so many more of these weird history overlaps that I want to share with you today. And you already know that if you love the dark and spooky, you'll love the podcast. This one really got me, but Ruby Bridges, the first Black child to attend an all-white school, is still alive. And she's not even 70 years old yet. John Tyler, the 10th president of the United States, had a grandson that died in 2020. Charlie Chaplin and Ludacris, alive at the same time. Harriet Tubman was born in Thomas Jefferson's lifetime and died in Ronald Reagan's lifetime. This one is absolutely the craziest to me, but Betty White was born 7 years before Anne Frank. And T-Rexes were around closer to humans than to Stegosauruses. Basically, they were around closer to iPhones than to other dinosaurs. And last but not least, Helen Keller died the year Tony Hawk was born.
I can't wrap my mind around the fact that Oxford University was established before the Aztec Empire, bro. That just don't even sound right.
Here are 2 deer. And now there's 3. Where did the 3rd deer come from?
You can almost see the exact moment he spawned in too, bro. Like he was still rendering.
True or false? President Biden says he wants 50% of new cars to be electric by 2030.
True, but I guess now it's 60%.
True or false? A typical electric car requires 6 times the mineral inputs of a conventional car.
Yes.
If 50% of the cars were electric vehicles today, is there enough power on the electric grid to charge them all?
Absolutely not. No.
You said in your written statement, Mr. Bradbury, I'm going to quote you, if every country in the world achieved its stated EV targets by 2030, the total savings in carbon dioxide emissions would be expected to reduce global temperatures by only 0.0002 degrees Fahrenheit by the year 2100. Given this fact, is it unilaterally gutting the U.S. auto market, critical mineral supply chain, and the grid stability? Is that the solution for addressing the temperature goals?
Well, I don't think so.
That temperature reduction is basically negligible. That won't even put a dent in our problems. any package moving like that would make me nervous.
Crazy facts about Jeffrey Epstein's island. On November the 7th, 2018, 21 days before Julie Brown's expose on Jeffrey Epstein's abuse was published in the Miami Herald, Jeffrey Epstein ordered a cement truck to be delivered to Little St. James Island. He was in such a hurry to have the $100,000 cement truck delivered that he paid up front and elected to bear full responsibility if it was damaged in transit. After examining photos of Epstein's Greek-style temple outhouse, an engineer that spoke to Business Insider noticed that there were reinforced lock bars across the outside of the building, saying if you wanted to keep people out, the bar would be placed inside the building, but the locking bar appears to be placed on the outside, as if it were intended to lock people in. There is also some evidence to suggest that there may have been a secret exit to the building. In May 2023, the island, along with another of Epstein's islands, was bought for $60 million by the US billionaire financier Stephen Dekoff, who is the founder of Black Diamond Capital Management. It is believed to be intended to be turned into a hotel and resort.
I don't know how many people would actually willingly spend vacation on that island. That's a questionable investment.
This is my first time ever doing one of these little audio thingies, but I was walking home from a friend's house and I took a picture of the moon. One was by lights and one was away from lights. So they both looked the same. So I'm like, you know what, let me take a video. When I took a video, what in the sorcery is that behind the moon? That is not a reflection. That is not a glare. What is that?
It's a little strange that astronomers just came out about 2 weeks ago saying that we have a fake moon following the Earth, and then we got this video.
All right, so at the beginning, they're talking about the lady seeing something or asking if it's in the tractor or the forklift. I believe it's inside the tractor. You can see two dark shadows with glowy eyes. I'm gonna put it in black and white. Maybe that will help a little bit. Give me 1 second. Right there. You can see right in the center, you can see two dark shadows sitting. This one is gonna blink in a second. You'll see it right there. He blinked. They're both sitting there. They move, but ever so slightly. You can't really notice. And they're just sitting there. I'm not saying they're aliens. I'm not saying that this is a true video, but that is kind of shady. I'm gonna put a picture here with a silhouette in red so that you can see what I'm looking at. Let me know what you think in the comments.
I believe this is footage from the family in Las Vegas who claim the alien landed in their backyard, but I'm still not convinced just because of the poor video quality. But let me know if you guys believe them.
What are those flying?
That's debris. It hit something. Oh, it hit right there. It just took out so hard.
Really oh my god!
Hey, we need to get it stopped.
Oh my god, you guys! Oh my god! Should we ready to go home? It looks like it's coming this way. Yeah. Oh my god.
I'm sure it's perfectly normal for a tornado to form from the bottom up like that, but I think that's the first time I've ever seen that happen.
No one would believe this story if there wasn't a video. In 2013, a rogue wave capsized a tugboat, killing 11 of 12 men on board. The 12th man was flung into the hallway, which was already filled with water. Panicked, he starts swimming towards the exit, but accidentally goes into the engine room where he finds an air pocket. And there this poor man sat, listening to the sounds of these huge sharks fighting over the bodies of his friends just on the other side of the wall. Total darkness, no food or water 100 feet below the surface. 3 days later, one of the divers that was sent down there to retrieve their bodies sees a hand.
On one, yeah? He's alive, he's alive. Okay. All right.
Harrison O'Keefe survived the ordeal and plans on writing a book.
That's an incredible survival story, but my days of being a sailor would be done after that.
Reasons. Prisoners better not rest. Here comes. Is there a light? Is there a light in here? And there's nothing in here. There's nothing, nobody, anything. It's just open.
whatever it was just kicked the door open hard too. That's a workplace hazard.
There is a scary game currently trending called Red Door, Yellow Door. I'm going to show you an example of someone doing it, then I'm going to explain exactly what they're doing.
Red door, yellow door, any other colored door. Red door, yellow door, any other colored door. Red door, yellow door, any other colored door. What do you see? Any other doors? A yellow door. Where's the... Don't go down them. Don't go down. If they go down, don't go down. Turn back around and get out. No, turn back around and get out. Wake up. Guy, wake up.
Chanting red door, yellow door, any other color door will set them into a trance. A timer will then be set for 10 minutes because they shouldn't be here any longer than 10 minutes. They will then see a hallway and the person massaging their temple will guide them through this hallway and ask them if they see any doors. If they feel good about these doors, they can walk in. If you see a room full of clocks, you must leave immediately because it will trap you in the room. If you see people, especially a man in a suit, walk away because this is a sign of evil and bad news. And if you see stairs, do not go down.
That just doesn't sound fun.
Every single picture of Earth is a photoshopped CGI generated image. This is Robert Simmons, a senior analyst at NASA. He was the one that created the blue marble, and he actually admits it's photoshopped.
Essence of it is photoshopped, but it's have to be. It's photoshopped, but it's have to be.
Now I encourage you guys to go watch this whole video where he also states that he hits Command Z a lot. And this is exactly what that looks like. It is all just copy and pasted CGI generated images. Isn't it funny how every default image of the iPhone background was this Photoshop CGI edition of the Earth? This is how they indoctrinate you. Now, if you actually did the time to do some research and look at how all our ancient ancestors depicted the Earth, they always depicted the flat Earth and the firmament. There are dozens of documents on NASA's own website that admits that we are at a flat, non-rotating Earth. This report derives and defines a set of linearized system metrics for a rigid aircraft of constant mass flying in a stationary atmosphere over a flat, non-rotating Earth. Here's the document. You can go check this out yourself. It's on page 30. Something I also find very interesting is you go type in flat Earth backwards on Google. Look what shows up, the first search. Also extremely interesting, the man that discovered NASA has a Bible quote on his tombstone, Psalms 19:1. The heavens declare the glory of God and the firmament show us his handiwork. So the guy that discovered NASA has a Bible quote that directly contradicts space on his tombstone.
I could see the need to Photoshop several real photos of the Earth together to make one complete picture because the Earth is so large, but to copy and paste clouds seems unnecessary if the photos are real.
Let's talk about WizKid. Now, just like Rema, WizKid has been incorporating some demonic imagery at his concerts. About 2 weeks ago, WizKid had a concert where the background was a stairway to hell. Check out this video. And the crazy part about this is you got people cheering. They have no idea that this is a stairway to hell, or they may even notice it and don't care. I want to say this is a coincidence, but it's not. He had another concert where he also showed demonic imagery. Check this video out. Like, bro, what is that? Out of anything you could put on the screen, he put this demonic figure. I'm trying to tell y'all, they poisoning Afrobeats. Follow me for more content.
I get that being an A-list celebrity is the end goal for a lot of actors and musicians, but if this what you gotta do, is it worth it?
After watching this video, you may never look at statues ever the same again. This Buddha statue had been on display in a Chinese market since the 14th century. But it wasn't until just a few years ago scientists put it under a CT scan and discovered there was an actual mummy inside the Buddha statue. So hundreds of years of people walking by this Buddha statue and they had no clue there was an actual mummy inside from over 1,000 years ago. They believe the monk inside practiced something called self-mummification, where he basically turned himself into a mummy and had the statue made around him. That could make you really start wondering if all these statues actually have a real person inside.
Every museum should just start CAT scanning their old statues just to check.
First time Apple ever showed the Vision Pro headset to the world in real life, they used
this shot, this sort of stabilized, orbiting, short shot, rotating around a head, and then looking through the headset inside. And I started seeing it bubbling up on Twitter, but you might have caught that. It's actually a reference to this shot in Ready Player One.
He gave us a place to go. A place called the Oasis.
It's basically the exact same shot. What is it supposed to mean that they're referencing that movie? Like, Ready Player One is actually a pretty dystopian movie where right after that scene, they explain how people got way too into the virtual world to the point where they were literally neglecting their kids and correlating it too much with real life. So maybe it's a warning. Maybe it's a coincidence.
I'm not sure if they conducted any research to determine how addictive it is or not, but I could see this going bad quick. The only two explanations for this is either that fly made it all the way through space or Mars got the same house flies that we do, but both of those sound unlikely.
Did Michael Jackson attend his own funeral?
A lot of people thought his funeral, just like on its own, was really suspicious. They didn't like that it was a closed casket because he was a really big celebrity. And they had a really big funeral for him, and he died of cardiac arrest, and so nothing was physically wrong with him, and people wanted to see him one last time. They didn't understand the reasoning behind the closed casket. Also, check out these pictures. People believe that this is Michael Jackson attending his funeral in disguise. People think that the motive behind him faking his own was that he just wanted to live a normal life. He said it many, many times. So do you think he's still alive?
I feel like it's very on brand for Michael Jackson to be in disguise at his own funeral, so I don't know.
Make this go viral.
That's not good. I don't want to be down with that. I've never seen that before.
Our environment just can't catch a break, bro. This is sad.
Oh my days, what is happening now? Well, I mean, I guess the zombie apocalypse could happen. This guy right here is 52-year-old Donnie Adams, who is from Florida. Just by saying he's from Florida, you probably already know where this is going. Last month, he was at a family gathering, having a lovely time. A brawl broke out and people started getting a little bit aggressive, and he went in to basically break it up. And while he was breaking up this fight, he got bitten in the thigh by one of the people. Very odd. Apparently he didn't even realise he'd been bitten until he got home and saw it bleeding everywhere because it was very deep, and he went to the ER. Gave him a tetanus shot, and it was a lot worse than he previously thought. The bite contained a flesh-eating bacteria which literally ate away at his leg, like a zombie virus, causing him to actually lose his leg and him getting it amputated. From a bite. Doctors said that apparently human bites can actually contain more bacteria than a dog bite. That's Florida for you, isn't it?
It really be your own family.
A woman who was declared at a hospital in Ecuador was found alive and knocking on her coffin at her own wake.
I lifted up the coffin and her heart was pounding, and her left hand was hitting the coffin. We called 911 to bring her here to the hospital.
Emergency services arrived at the scene and took the 76-year-old to the hospital. According to the Ministry of Public Health, the woman was initially admitted for a possible stroke and cardiopulmonary arrest. A doctor declared the 76-year-old woman after she didn't respond to the resuscitation protocol. The Ministry of Public Health says an investigation is now underway. The woman's current condition is unknown, and CNN's calls to the hospital for comment have not been returned.
Her timing couldn't have been more perfect, bro. An hour later, it was over.
Videos that make you say, always be aware of your surroundings while hiking.
All of those are disturbing, but the mountain lion in the tree would have me frozen.
Hi there! Oh my goodness! I told you it was really scary, Hi! I'm taking a video of her. Oh, look at the baby. Oh, she's doing the spins. She's doing the spins.
Hi. Hi there.
She baby talking to me like it's a cute puppy or something, bro, not me. I have no idea what they're planning to do with a whole casket, but the disrespect is real. But with that being said, guys, that was the video. Thank you for coming to kick it with me. Let me know what you guys thought about these creepy TikToks in the comments below. And until next time, y'all take care of yourself.